I was confessing to the guys back there in the altar that I can't decide if I should preach for 45 minutes or an hour or perhaps a week. The reason why this, if I say this phrase, I want you to think about it. This is a kairos moment in the history of human civilization. This is a crossroads moment. We are at, and we've been there for quite some time. I would probably say since the early to mid-50s, maybe even back into the 1940s. But the reality is that after World War II, chaos ensued in Western civilization. Makes perfect sense. War is a trauma. This is going to be tough on me, guys. You're just going to have to be patient with me because I want to talk for about a week and a half this morning. War is trauma. It's a trauma on a person. It's a trauma on a society. War is trauma. And whenever you have trauma, there is the requisite necessity for healing. And if you don't apply the correct healing to trauma, the chances of the healing being something substantial or significant is lessened. The West chose the wrong medicine after World War II. Not because the West hates itself or the West wants to be destroyed. That's not the reason why they do it. People do stuff out of, most of the time, either innocent ignorance or the best of intentions. Nobody wants to be miserable. I don't want to be miserable. My back is killing me this morning. I don't want my back to kill me. I want it to stop hurting. That's a normal way to think. But unfortunately, many times in our lives, as persons and as a society, we choose the wrong medicine to medicate our pain. A classic example. A few years ago, there was a Canadian psychologist and professor, Dr. Jordan Peterson, who came to prominence for some conflict in the Canadian society over pronouns. Pronouns. God, please, Jesus, save us. Pronouns. And it was a big deal. And I always love it because I can always tell when it's, in fact, you guys are going to have to pray for me because I actually asked this a person who was going back and forth with me, and I just simply wrote her and said, "Dear, how old are you?" "I'm 22. Ah, there we go. Problem solved. So this turmoil blew up. And Dr. Peterson became big, and now he's very, very famous all over the world. And he wrote a book recently called about the 12 Rules. And in that 12 Rules, and trust me, folks, I'm really going to make a point, I promise. He wrote a book called these 12 Rules for Living, and in one of the rules was clean your room. Clean your room. There's another great speech by this wonderful general who gave a speech at a graduation where he told the young men and women, he said, "Listen, if you want to accomplish anything in your life, first thing in the morning, make your bed. Make your bed." And the reason why isn't because you're going to get back in the bed. You're going to get back in the bed, you're going to mess it up again. My children ask me that very same thing. "Dad, why in the world are we making the bed? It's just going to get messy again." And I always ask them, is chaos how you want to live? Is clutter how you want to live? Now, don't get me wrong, folks. You can fall off the narrow road on the other end and become a monster. I've met them. I used to be one. But then God gave me children, and that fixes everything. So you have to decide, do you want chaos to reign in your life, or do you want order to reign in your life? Be careful. Here is where the divergent path can occur. Why you want order, and why you want peace, and why you want physical and spiritual health and rest is as significant a subject to explore in your life than actually putting your life in order in the first place. Because why you want something, why you desire something, tells you something true about yourself and about the world. Example. Today, we celebrate the feast of the circumcision of Jesus. Lord, isn't that a bit personal? But why do we do it? Why do we celebrate the feast of the circumcision of Christ? Well, look at what the Apostle Paul told the Colossians. He said, brothers and sisters, beware that you are not taken prey by the philosophies of this world and the tradition and human traditions and the elemental spirits of the age. Ladies and gentlemen, the reality is the spiritual world and the physical world are real things. And if you are ignorant and disconnected from how to navigate the reality of human existence, you will find yourself in a difficult place. Most, if not all, of your challenges and your conflicts in your life right now, from small to big, from financial to emotional, can all be traced to this reality. If you are ignorant of how to navigate the reality of human life, you will find yourself in a difficult place, even with the best of intentions. And so the Apostle Paul warns the Colossians, don't become prey. Don't become the prey of elemental spirits that wish to consume you, wish to destroy you, wish to confuse you, and to send your life in chaos. Don't be prey. But focus on Jesus Christ. Fascinating. The Apostle Paul says to us not to fight bad theology and bad philosophy with good theology and good philosophy, but to fight bad theology and bad philosophy and the elemental spirits of this age with an incarnate person. Catalavite. This is a big deal, my angels, because if you will come to this understanding, this nexus in your understanding, that the answer to the chaos of your life is the person of Jesus Christ, and not just making sure that you're correct, you will not fall prey to the spirit of the age. I spend enough time on social media to know that there are even people who declare themselves to be orthodox who have been captured by the elemental spirits of the age and spend more time fighting about being right than how to be good. And so if you correct your living, if you choose through humility and courage to not become prey, to not become a victim, which is, by the way, folks, it's very increasingly more and more difficult to do in this society because victim status is now elevates you in society. I'm a victim. I'm still wondering where I go to get my white privilege card. I still haven't found it yet. But anyway, the reality is, in today's society took a path that now has us gripped by the madness of victimhood creating status for you. If you're not going to fall prey to the spirits that will capture you and consume you, you are going to have to focus your life, center your life, not even on correct theology, but on the person of Jesus Christ. You want to know what a free human looks like? Look at Christ. You want to know what a whole person looks like? Look at Christ. You want to know what a sane person looks like? Look at Christ. If you want to know how to live your life well and not fall prey to enemies that want to destroy you, follow Jesus Christ. Because Jesus heals the divide between the physical and the spiritual. And He brings order to the chaos of the war between the universals and the particulars. I got to stop there, gang, because if I go any further, y'all are going to be here a long time. This is a big deal, folks. If the supreme lawgiver follows the law, that is one witness. So today, the supreme lawgiver follows the law of circumcision. Why? Not because he wants to be correct, but because it is absolutely necessary for a human being to be a true person, that they find out why they want to be good. And that why is centered on the fact that God Himself has become flesh and come among us to be like us so that we can become like Him. Gentlemen and ladies, this morning, on this feast, on this first day of the week, let us make 2023 the year we focus and center our lives on the person of Jesus Christ, and thereby put to flight those elemental spirits of the world and in our own hearts that want to destroy us and consume us and make us a slave. It's a big deal, gang. It's a big deal. You can even be right and be headed in the wrong direction. You better contemplate Jesus Christ and why He's here and what He has to say to you. And then you've got to be brave enough to become that person. Pray for me. I really want that, especially in this new year. Amen. Thank you so much for watching. I pray this was a blessing to you. If it is a blessing to you, please don't forget to like and subscribe and share these videos. It really does help us a great deal. Speaking of helping us, if you'd like to support this media outreach, go to our Patreon site at Faith Encouraged on patreon.com. You can also visit us at our website at faithencouraged.org and write me at frbarnabas@faithencouraged.org. I look forward to seeing you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. God bless you.